Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Assassin 4. I joined with my bros. I got D, Esquire Dave, the doctor. What's going on with you, man?
Hey man, the Peter Piper can pick peppers and run rock rhymes. I'm Esquire right a little bit, but I pop nines. I'm back. Good to be back,
See,
man.
see,
Good to be back.
see.
Bro, I got a lot of studio time, man. I got a lot of studio time, so
Yeah, we do got a lot of time on our hands, unfortunately. And then, of course, I got my boy T Hat. That's some of the from the 704. The YN still there, man, from that concert.
Man, I seen someone pull a blicky out today, bro. No, I'm not even making this shit up, bro. In the middle of no tryon, bro. He was walking across the street. He's like, "Yeah, bro, I'm holding, bro."
shit.
He's like, "Nigga, it was like, yo, we need a shooter, bro. I'm your guy."
What the
Oh,
fuck?
oh snap.
I'm not making this shit up, bro. Swear to God, bro.
He need to
In the
go
middle
to
of
the
no tryon,
military.
bro. On my way back from the gym.
He need to go to the military or some shit.
Somebody
He's in the
killed that
military.
man.
He in the young boy slime
Militia.
military, bro.
The militia. Nah, that joint that's post from Charlotte. I was like, you got Bama's not in their seats, like damn near what's that joint? The railing, just dancing and shit. I was like, ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way.
He's still out.
Man, stay safe out there, man. But look, glad to have you back on for this episode, man. The fellas, we kind of talked about, the start of NBA season. I know you couldn't make last episode, but since why we here, man. I mean, what's your thoughts on like pretty much like the first week of the season? We talked about NBA on NBC. We talked about a few players that are putting the stats up, but what's your first thoughts from the start of the NBA season?
The play so far has been pretty high level, especially for early in the season. Some of these teams that are going with these big lineups are showing the value of why having a point guard matters. Talking about Houston and Dallas because they tried the Cooper Flag experiment at point guard. I don't think it's working. D'Angelo Russell is struggling. Then Houston's had their issues, with Amen Thompson running the point. I can't wait for Christmas Day. We're heading for a collision course. OKC versus San Antonio. I'm not sure that's the first matchup between those two, but I think that's going to be very, very high level game on Christmas Day. Both teams are starting the season strong, especially the Spurs, man. Dylan Harper looks good. We talked about it. The more Dylan Harper looks good, the more De'Aaron Fox becomes trade bait, in my opinion. Just because, the Spurs are in a good position because they have good young talent they can build on. But if you want to really make a move in the West, they have assets as well to make a move, whether it's for Giannis or someone else out there that could possibly, we're not sure who else it would be outside of Giannis, but they're in a good position. Let's see, who else? I mean, pretty much the usual suspects are hooping. We've seen a couple of injuries so far. Ant-Man has a hamstring. Luka out a week. Brandon Miller has a shoulder injury. Hopefully it's not too bad. We'll probably find out more tomorrow when they get back to Charlotte. But he's not wearing a sling yet, so that's a good sign. But, it's a long season, so that's a part of how it goes in the NBA. But very high level of play across the board so far. I've been pleased with what we've seen. I've been pleased with the broadcast. I think NBC's done very well. I think Amazon's broadcast is good. Their cameras are top tier. NBC and Amazon. I think ESPN has to step their game up for sure. But has some bangers already. League Pass. I'll say that NBA League Pass. I don't know if they've made some subtle changes to League Pass. I think it's been better so far this year as well. They got the multi-view. It seems like the app itself is just running better. I got my League Pass through the NBA app, not through Prime, but everything so far is so good except for of course the gambling, scandal. But outside of that, I think the actual product on the floor has been very good so far.
Another person, Mark Say from the YNs from Charlotte, from the YB concert, our boy Cino. What's going on, bro?
Hey man, Streets was saying that was looking like when Scar took over Pride Rock. I'm glad I wasn't there for that.
Hey, Cino, you missed it, but our boy T just ran to a shooter. And I'm not talking about one of those white boys from Charlotte on the team.
What the fuck?
Yeah, North Tryon, bro. You know where the Tom Hunter light rail station is, bro?
Yeah.
This dude was walking across the street. I'm at the stoplight. And he was walking by, and he's like, "Yo, you good, bro?" I'm like, "Yo," I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, bro?" He's like, "Yeah, bro. You know, if you ever need a shooter, bro, I'm your guy." He like pulled up his shirt and he had a blicky on him, bro. Going to the
He
little
used to
corner
hate
store right there off of North Carolina and Tom Hunter,
that
bro.
was that was his that was his job interview right there, Corey. That was his resume.
Did he have a shiesty?
Nah, he didn't have a shiesty on. He didn't give a fuck.
Oh, he was outside.
Oh,
He was
those
driving.
the worst. Oh, those the worst ones, man. They don't give a damn. They got nothing to lose.
I don't, I don't know if he was tweaked out or something or what, but I was like, "Nah, I'm good, bro." And light
Oh
turned green. I was
God.
like, "Thank God," and I sped off, bro. Fuck that. That man was on something, bro. He was tweaked out, bro. He was tweaked out for real, bro. Like you could just tell he was on some shit, bro.
Mm,
I don't know if he had
Hey
bad
yo,
fit or what, bro. But I was like, let me get the fuck up out of here, bro.
damn.
hey yo.
But speaking of shooters, bro, you know, coming into this game tonight, Hornets actually had the best offensive
Yeah,
in the NBA with points per game,
for the first week.
and I think they had the number one offensive rating going into today as well. And then
Yeah, they
you
do.
know we went off to a pretty good start, but you know, like I said, you know Miller, they say he's not wearing a sling, so that's a good sign. But it's just like hopefully it's not too bad. I think we have enough pieces around to kind of weather the storm. We're playing Miami right now, and Miami's one of the teams that just has our number, and they've been making shots, we've been missing shots, so it's a make or miss game. But you know, we're probably we close the gap versus Washington, but Miami's better than Washington. So I don't know if we can make a comeback tonight, but 2-2 probably to start the season. I'm pretty pleased. Um, the East is wide open. Detroit doesn't look as strong as they did because their roster construction is kind of flawed. They don't
Yeah.
have a lot of shooting on that team. They
Uh,
lost like Hardaway. They lost some other guys that can make shots, so they're not quite the
really.
same so far
Yeah.
this year. Yeah, Orlando's looking
Yeah.
kind of slow to start the season. There's been a lot of Paolo Banchero slander across my Twitter feed to start the season,
Yikes.
which you know Paolo's one of my guys, so he needs to step it up, man, for my agenda. But he's been looking kind of iffy to start the season. So
Yeah. I
you
think
know
it
the
goes
East is
back to
wide
the
open.
point. It goes back to your point. I mean, and it's crazy because Orlando they do have a guard in Jalen Suggs, but he's not the type of guard you kind of think you need that's going to take you over the hump. He does well on the defensive side of basketball, but is he the guy that you're going to give like during crunch time? Can he like score like LaMelo or Steph Curry or or even Cade or Darius Garland? Like, is he type of guard? No. So you really made a good point about a lot of these teams. They try and go to these big lineups. I remember last year y'all tried to experiment with Scotty Barnes running point in Toronto, but at the end of the day, just look what OKC is doing, and they're doing this without Jalen Williams being in the lineup to start the season. They have they have Shea, they have Caruso, they have Cason Wallace, and they still have they even got this new kid AJ Mitchell. All of them are good on both sides of the ball, playing offense and defense, but they can all bring the ball up. They all can initiate the offense. They all can handle the pressure if somebody wants to press them full court. That's kind of things that we saw. That was a theme in last year's playoffs too, and why I think the Indiana Pacers kind of make that good run too, because they had someone like Tyrese Halliburton. He was able to continue. He was able to control the pace. He knew when to be aggressive. He knew when to facilitate. And again, we just getting back to that good old standard basketball where it's not all just on the wing shoulders like LeBron, the KDs, and everything. Like you're gonna need some people in the post. You're gonna need some guards to kind of run your offense now. So, things come around full circle. It's like trends in fashion. What goes away one for a few years eventually comes back. So I think that's what we're seeing with the point guard position because people got so used to like the whole combo guard thing. It's just like go out there and do your thing. But now that important of having a facilitator, somebody to initiate your offense, even if they are a scorer, but at least that initiation and be able to handle pressure part has become very apparent this early on in the season.
No, I 100% agree with you there, Dre. Like at the end of the day, you absolutely need that strong number one to facilitate the offense, like how you just said. I love that it's going back to the days of the traditional point guard because you need to see that floor general. I'm tired of seeing positionless basketball. I want people to play their roles and know how to play their roles well and play into their roles because we are in the age of low IQ hoops. it's something that we haven't seen, and it was just some nasty hoops being played. I'm hoping that it continues to go in the direction in which it's going, because if we can get the traditional point guard back, we can possibly get the traditional big man back. And I'm all for it.
Oh no, my bad. I was just gonna say, I agree with you, Corey, about the about just the floor general aspect and how that's needed. I was just gonna say like what stands out to me so far early on is the backcourt in Philly, VJ Exum and Tyrese Maxey. I think that's probably right now. I think that's like the kind of the biggest thing that stands out to me in the East. And as like Joel Embiid gets healthier throughout the season, hopefully he can be able to play half the season or 50 games at least. I think Philly is going to be in a better position than we thought. I think just based on what we saw in the offseason, and now like Paul George having another injury, like rehabbing to see this backcourt thriving, and also the role players stepping up. So I think Philly will be in a good place if they're healthy enough. By the time we get to the end of the season, they can be a threat along with who we think might make it out the East, like with the Cavs or with the Knicks. They could possibly be a contender. Just impressed by obviously like Wemby's been very dominant. OKC looks like they're gonna look like a strong threat to repeat. We've seen like some 50 balls from some unexpected people, like Lauri Markkinen was very unexpected. I didn't see none of that, but like when y'all said he had 50, I was.
They ain't trying to raise the stock up, man.
Yeah,
trying to raise the stock up.
He is, and then Austin Reeves has gone off, a couple times already. He had a 50-ball game the other night, so yeah, I mean it's just been some impressive performances so far. Yeah, I think it's still too early for me to, make any declarations about maybe some teams like maybe the Nuggets or the Clippers. Yeah, I mean, like the Trailblazers have a good young squad, man. They have a good young squad. I feel like they could possibly be in the play-in discussion later on this year.
And they aren't being placed in the parlays either.
Yeah, they just gotta they gotta see it through. They gotta see that situation through. But yeah, I like Ja Morant, man. I hope like for him and his star power that he can stay healthy as well. So yeah, man, those are some of the things that stand out to me.
Hey, yo, speaking of VJ, I like how they said it's been a while since we had a broke person come into the league and be about that action. And we should have known, man. This man came in, got drafted, and was like, man, I grew up, I ain't had no water or no power, bro. Like, I got to get to this shit. I was like, damn, VJ.
Yeah. And he from the Bahamas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he one of the few players on that national team that's worth a damn. I ain't going to speak on the other stuff.
I think he's the only player that's worth a damn, I think, right? I don't know who else. I don't know who else on that squad. Oh, wait, nah. I was about to say Norman Powell, but he's Jamaican. Yeah, I don't know anyone else on the Bahamas squad. Other than number 5 for LA, but that's it.
Hey, Dave, I just thought something that pissed me off. You know how Neke Agumake can't play for Nigeria?
Yeah, for whatever reason, man.
Yeah. How the fuck is Clay able to play for the Bahamas then?
Oh, really? He's able to play for the Bahamas?
He was suited up with them last year, yeah.
Oh, wow.
His watch ass ain't coming back to Team USA, but he sure enough got the Bahamas jersey on.
Well, hey, for pride in country, man. Yeah, I don't know.
Clay ain't never represented Bahamas a day in his goddamn life. I understand that boy like the water and shit, but damn.
I don't know. May got
FIBA politics is nasty, dog. That's all I gotta say. Because Ibaka playing with Spain is still one of the nastiest shit I ever seen in my life. I'm trying to say that.
Hey, fuck it.
Finish.
Hey Dre, fuck it. We need to see what we can do about getting Wemby some clearance.
We're not gonna be able to do that, bro.
You're not
The best,
getting.
the best thing we could do is send Ice over there. We gotta figure that out. Look, like that man got drafted from a French team. There's no way they're gonna allow us to give this man citizenship for him to play Team USA. You already know that.
We got to do something. We just cooked in 28. We got to let him score 30 every game and just hold everybody else down.
I ain't gonna hold you. This bus next game kind of going crazy. What this score looking like? Man, I just rock with this whole NBC thing, especially when it's on Peacock. Like this joint just looks so beautiful.
Yeah,
it does. It does, yeah. The only, I'd say the only thing,
better cameras.
Yeah,
like there was an article came out that NBC they invest in high quality cameras, like even like Prime. You just look at ESPN and ABC's even their like football broadcasts. ABC broadcasts look so dingy unless the games in like ESPN4. Yeah, unless the games in like ESPN 4K, ESPN and ABC's cameras just look dingy as hell, bro, because they don't invest shit into their cameras. And you can just tell this is a presentation, bro. I see why so many people will complain the last couple of years about the presentation of the game. Like the thing I put in the chat, yeah, Bob Costas doing narrations for a Tuesday night game in Milwaukee versus New York on October 28th. But it makes it feel like it's a big deal.
Exactly.
That's what the game's been missing.
Yes. I'm glad you brought it. That's exactly because ESPN. All they do is just talk about it's like, why do I hate this player? Why this player legacy on the line? Why does this player need to do this? This team need to do that. Trade one. No, like sell the story. There's a story there every single time. Like I wasn't even thinking about Bob Cousins pretty much showed like why the Knicks and the Bucks should be rivalries in this weak ass East. Like, but he did a good job of selling that joint. I'm like, damn, I'm actually kind of interested. It's a history lesson. So you're actually giving like things that people weren't doing before. It's like give the history lesson of the game. That's how you get people invested and learn about the game.
Shit, even Prime's their studio show. They literally had Udonis Haslem breaking down defensive sets. We've
on the
never
LEDs court.
Yeah, we've never seen that shit on ESPN.
No
LED.
You're not gonna get that
shit.
You're not getting that shit from Stephen A. Smith.
Hell no.
No, you're not getting that.
You think Shams is gonna break that shit down? Hell no.
That's not his job. Like Perk ain't about to do that. Yeah.
The only person doing that is Legler.
Yeah,
Legler's the one that's doing that. I mean, I know on NBA TV at times, like maybe not this year, but in the maybe last year in the past they've done it before. I think John Wall has done it. He's like broke down defensive coverages.
I actually like the new NBA TV. They got like former NBA players on there breaking down these
They
games.
still got 3D? They still got 3D over there?
Nah. Like the whole TNT crew is all gone. It's a whole new cast.
It's a whole new crew.
Yeah. Like so you got they had Rudy Gay on there. They had Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
Who else?
They had
John Wall on there.
Yeah. John Wall's on there. They like rotate different guys on there, but it's just different than what we're used to, the slop from ESPN that they've been feeding us for the last 20 plus years, especially the last 10 years. Like their broadcast and presentation of the game is a disgrace. We've been so starved for actual basketball analysis, like even something that's breaking down simple pick and roll covers. That's all Udonis has to talk about is the simple pick and roll covers that we could talk about, but we don't get that on ESPN
at all.
So we're and also this is good because there might be some casuals out there who don't know the simple concepts of pick and roll. Like there's literally 7 ways you can guard a pick and roll. 7. Like it's not just a simple action. There's things you got involved. You got to come in to help. The guy coming in on help side has to make a decision whether to defend the lob, like they were talking about on Prime, or go out to the corner 3. And how to stop that action before it gets started. Like there's so many things that go into the nuances of basketball. It's not just we're running a pick and roll and then it's ISO. No, there's so many things going on the floor that people just a casual eye can't see. But we've all either played the game or coached the game or know the game at a pretty high level that we can see it, but the casual fan can't. So this is why this is important. This is how you build more fans of the game and build up the discourse instead of the toxic NBA Twitter topics, but hey, I mean, some of the NBA Twitter been on one since the season started. I'm happy NBA Twitter's back, bro.
And
Oh, that's
Hey,
never
I
going
like
away.
NBA Twitter.
That's never going away. So
I do want to add, something about like defending the pick and roll, and also like just discussion around how to avoid players getting targeted in the pick and roll, like how
Yep.
the Warriors avoid, how they get Steph, like how Draymond and Steph, they like kind of have to swap with one another.
and that's the game within the game that I like.
Like the first game of the season when Luka was trying to target Steph in the pick and roll, stuff like that. So a lot of, and how like particular teams that have like smaller defenders, or just defenders that you just can't guard, that how to just how to swap in those pick and rolls, how to make adjustments on the fly. So yeah, that's also an interesting bit.
I really
It's just
like
good to
that.
have like actual basketball analysts. I think Carmelo and T Mac and Vince Carter are doing a good job, and Dirk and BG, Blake Griffin, and Haslam wasn't able to talk like this on ESPN last year. You can just tell how bad ESPN's coverage is. Look at how Udonis
Yeah.
Haslam was covering the game on Prime versus how he was on ESPN last
It
year.
feels so fluid to him too.
Yeah, and ESPN's like halftime show, like their pregame show, and all this other stuff. Like, I'm actually glad that Inside the NBA is now doing their stuff instead of NBA Countdown, because I'll take Inside the NBA over what NBA Countdown,
Yeah.
what they were doing, or what they were doing in the halftime show. It may not, it's not like a super upgrade, and it's not as technical as what Prime and NBC are doing, but it's still better than what they've had before.
Hey T, I have a question for you because we brought it up last week. Like, because you just mentioned, Carmelo, T Mac, you got Reggie Miller on the team, Vince Carter. Notice how like none of those guys have like any rings, right? But they all have great experience and knowledge of the game. Do you think that's going to help with this with the discourse of like this whole championship ring, like chasing all this other stuff that like, especially coming from ESPN, like kind of change that discussion, trying to change that discourse? Because if you're hearing great knowledge from players that play heavy minutes and were great at the game, it shouldn't matter sometimes about like, oh, this player did this versus this player did that. Like they trying to drop some great knowledge on the game, trying to help people understand like what's going on in the actual game.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, Reggie Miller, T Mac, and Carmelo kind of had the same career arc. If you think about it, they were on very, very good players who were just on teams that couldn't compete with the top teams in the East at that time. You got to think about it. Look at Reggie Miller. In the '90s, it was the Knicks, and then of
Mm-hmm.
course, they gave the Bulls more hell than any other team probably in a series in the East during the Jordan era when the Bulls were actually winning championship. They took them to 7, right? And
Yeah.
then T Mac had to go against those Pistons teams in Orlando, and then you move to Houston, you go against a stacked West like the Spurs, Dallas, Phoenix, those teams, right? Carmelo, similar situation. Denver, they got to the Western Conference Finals. They were a very good team, but they ran into Kobe, and the Lakers were pissed off from the year before, right? And then you go to the Knicks, but then when you go to New York, you got to deal with the Big Three Heat as well. So, and then the Pacers rose up and became the number one threat to the Heat. So I think all three of those guys have a similar career arc. If you actually think about it, but it should help because you got to remember it is hard to win a championship. It's very hard to win a championship. You have to have things go your way. You have to have a good build health, and you just have to have a good run. And it's hard to win. Winning rings should be rewarded, but it shouldn't be the end all be all to someone's career because it's very hard to do. Certain team situations don't know how to manage their rosters, have bad trainers. We talk about Embiid. Look how bad that article that came out about how they botched Joel Embiid basically his whole career from the time his rookie year to now. Look how bad Philadelphia has handled Joel Embiid. That's a guy that is probably going to end up in the same situation as a Reggie Miller, Tracy McGrady, or Carmelo Anthony, elite talent, but never got to the championship or never won a championship because it just wasn't meant to be. Sometimes it's not meant to be. So
I got another one to add into that. Like obviously we're talking about the studio show and everything, but we literally listened to an entire podcast last year with LeBron, and JJ Redick. We heard the genius of JJ Redick when it came down to breaking down the game and everything. Even before then, the multiple podcasts that he had, the studio shows that he was on, him and Tim Legler breaking down games. Like, just because you have a ring doesn't mean that you were able to talk about basketball at an elite level like how some of these guys are. JJ Redick has showcased that he knows how to break down the game and he knows how to go through film and teach IQ and various things of that sort. So just getting back to the point, like, it doesn't matter about rings if you ask me.
Yeah, nobody listening to Nick Young. You can shut that shit up.
You know, I look at Blake Griffin, like those Clippers teams, they had some very good teams, but they just never out of the hump. They had some bad luck, and you know, they kicked off some games as well, so they had themselves to blame. But you know, that's how the game goes.
I was actually surprised to hear Blake Griffin's IQ. I was just like, oh shit, all right. I mean, honestly, sometimes to me, he was just like a light skinned Karl Malone shit for real, like this game. No, like son, like what was like until Blake Griffin got into like the later half of it, like the later stage of his career, it was really he was feeding off the pick and roll.
Pick and roll out.
Like maybe until like his last year with the Clippers, going into his trade into Detroit, that's when it was like, oh, he's actually have a face up game. He actually has a jump shot. Like once his athleticism starts declining, he actually had to add more tools to his game. But like when Chris Paul got there, they wasn't thinking about, oh yeah, we're going to have a package for Blake Griffin, the ISO from the top of the key. Hell no. Nah.
That's another one. He's going to finish his career without a ring. So you're going to sit here and say Chris Paul couldn't talk about the game?
Must we despise him? We can't say he doesn't help teams win.
Fuck that nigga, but he got a great IQ though. See, no, because people keep mistaking like just because I have to stand for someone, I'm not going to give you props either.
Yeah, no.
So it's like I give Chris Paul his props when you do it, but you know, just come on, old man, just let this be your last season. Come on, I gotta get this dub, bro. The pod needs this. The pod needs this. The celebration will be epic. Shit, it's our boy BT. What's good, BT?
Yeah, look, I don't got nothing to say, bro. Like, I'm happy that nigga gone. You feel me? He's not a likable person, bro.
He's really scum, bro. Brian Kelly's really scum. If you actually follow his track record from Notre Dame to LSU, like he's a scum, bro. Like,
hey, BT, I can. Maybe you got maybe remind me, T. But when it comes to college football, I gotta remember the last time when a coach got fired and like all the former players and current players was just like so excited. So I was like, God damn.
Because he was acting like he was Southern and he not. That was the biggest thing.
Oh yeah, that fake Southern accent was atrocious.
Yeah, they're thinking he Coach O.
I'm like, bro, ain't you from Ohio or something? Like, no. I mean, the halftime y'all was up by 4, and then I turned to the fourth quarter. I was like, somebody get fired.
Yeah, we turned it on. And I was like, Tish, it ain't going anywhere, bro. They about to fire this man. She was like, nah, they ain't gonna fire him. I said, Tish.
Oh yeah.
This nigga lost to Vanderbilt, and he lost to these niggas right here again at home.
In that valley.
No, because I was like, bro, like Brian Kelly, the only way you're gonna save your job is if you beat Texas A&M, you have a bye week, and then you go into Alabama and win that game. That is the only way you're gonna be able to save your job. Because at that point, you would have kind of turned things around, and there would have been some hope to make the college football playoff. But that second half was like, because I felt like either like LSU is they're gonna galvanize themselves to be able to win this game, or it's just gonna be like it's gonna be a blowout. And that's what happened.
Dave, I'm gonna be honest with you, and for the sake of it, let's say he does that scenario. If LSU, and I think BT, we talked about this in the earlier, if LSU didn't even at least make it to the playoffs, Brian Kelly was going to be gone. Like that's just straight up. Like he was going to be gone.
They're scared of LSU. When you're LSU coach, you have to win the SEC or go to a national championship with your first 4 years. Saban did it. Les Miles did it. Even Ed Orgeron did it.
Yeah. Especially with the talent that he had. Like you literally had
roster, man.
Like you had Jaden Daniels, Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors. You had Kyron Lacey. Like who you had? Like so, I know you know the roster better than me, BT.
You had Mason Taylor.
Yeah, Mason Taylor.
You got we that linebacker. We had some dogs,
Yeah, Will
bro.
Campbell.
You know, he doing his thing at New England right now. Yeah,
Like we talking about like Larry, like NFL players that are changing like the game for their respective teams, and you have them all at one time, and you couldn't even make it to the playoffs. Like,
yeah, we had some dogs, but hey, man, it is
not
what
gonna
it
get
is,
it done.
bro. I'm glad he's gone. Hopefully, the new coach we get.
Here we go.
Like
Here
ours.
we go. Here we go.
I knew it. Hey, I can't believe I'm finna say
man.
this.
Year.
I mean, I think Mark Novell doing a
it's
good
bad,
job. I think Mark
But-
Novell doing a great job over there the whole time, man. I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
saying,
Florida State.
I
But
just.
I want Florida to blow us out this year, so we can.
Oh God, this is ugly. No,
This is the nastiest agenda.
I know.
No, I need Norvell out of there, bro. I need Norvell out of there, bro. Go to Gainesville, get blown out, so you can get fired, please,
God,
please.
that is a sacrifice.
Matter of fact, the loser of the FSU Clemson game should be fired. And I hope it's us, so we can get Norvell up out of here.
Damn, you know that's real disdain.
Losing to a top 20 ranked Virginia team in double overtime is one thing, right? That's one thing. Even though we have more talent than they do, that's one thing, right? Losing to Miami, who has more talent than we do, is another thing, right? Whatever. I'm not upset that we lost to Miami. Miami's the better team. I can admit they were the better team, right? Losing to Pitt after losing to UVA and Miami at home is unacceptable. But then to top that off, you lose to Stanford.
Yeah, that was it. Stanford. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised he made it back to Florida after that.
That's unforgivable, man.
You've lost the fan base. You probably lost some of the players because there were players joking and laughing in the locker room after the game. There were players mocking Norvell in the locker room.
Oh,
they were
boy.
tweeting they were mocking Norvell. You had a player get into it with Mike Norvell on the sideline, then somehow that said player is back in the game. How is that possible? How do you let a guy that's in your face disrespecting you go back into the game? The next series, bro, that's unacceptable, bro. There's no discipline. And, you know, Mike Norvell was a Jordan Travis merchant. He's a fraud. You take away his record without Jordan Travis, it's ugly. Look at that. You don't want to talk about some talent. We've had talent, maybe not last year, but we had some talent come through Tallahassee recently, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got snubbed from the playoff and whatever. But it's like after the snub, he's like that playoff snub like took the soul out of the program. We have not been the same since. Norvell hasn't coached the same fire since. He's been outcoached by a lot of these coaches in the ACC. It's unacceptable. At Florida State, the only teams that I would accept losing to in the ACC, honestly, is Miami, Clemson, and lately Georgia Tech. I gotta give Georgia Tech their props. They've been doing some things. They had a really good coach. They've given Georgia hell the last 2 years. So I gotta give Georgia Tech their props. Outside of that, there's nobody we should be losing to in this conference. Let's be real. What recruiting, resources, fan base, tradition. There's no reason to be losing to some of these other schools.
So who would you? Because apparently, you know, there's a lot of coaches, coaching job opportunities now at, you know, prominent name universities. Like, so who's out there, or what's somebody we should look at to see that you possibly want to be the next coach of Florida State when?
Lane Kiffin.
Okay.
Oh shit!
That's everybody's first choice. It was
It was
BC's gonna say the same thing, bro. He gonna say the same thing.
I'm gonna tell you why, bro. Because if you put Lane Kiffin in Louisiana and all the dogs that they got in Louisiana to recruit with the receivers, like, bro, what he can do with LSU offense, bro, with the dogs they get,
offensive genius, dog.
Bro,
like,
that shit would be wicked, dog.
Yeah.
And I don't even fuck with Lane Kiffin like that, but I give him credit. I take that nigga though, for real. Like, he my first choice, Lane Kiffin, bro. Because he'll do damage at LSU, bro.
I mean, for what he doing at Ole Miss, and he's starting to get a track record and getting players into the league. Like, Imagine he goes to a program that's just like a step above at Ole Miss. So
I know.
now I get it.
I know his
I
name
mean, I
gonna sound
think.
crazy,
Yeah, go ahead.
but James Franklin's gonna get looked at by somebody. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Better not be LSU.
He did a great job at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt was not the same Vanderbilt that they are right now.
Nah.
Penn State was in the pits of hell when he first took over there. People forget how bad of a situation Penn State was when he took over there.
It was.
They were consistently a 9 or 10 win team. They just couldn't get over the hump. But you also got to think how hard it is to recruit guys to play in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You put James Franklin in Louisiana or Florida.
Hell no.
I'm just
No,
saying.
you don't. No, not.
But it's going to be the
just-
same issue, though. It's going to be the same issue. He can't win the big game. It's going to be the same issue.
No, but he's going to have. But it's going to be better recruit. You got to think about it, though. He had to get guys to Pennsylvania. I'm just saying. Think about how much easier it is to get guys to play in Louisiana.
Florida. Yeah,
we good. LSU fans don't want him.
But I'm not saying that he'd be my top choice, but he's a name that's going to get looked at because of his track record of building programs. Florida State needs consistency.
He does. He should get the looks, man. But I just wonder if like him, that same record against like top 10 teams, top 25 teams, even with more talent, is that still going to translate to more wins?
I say this. I think he would have a better chance doing it in the SEC than he would have in the Big Ten, only because the recruiting between Ohio State and Michigan was just 2 to 3 levels over anybody else in the Big Ten. Like those two just set the standard when it came to recruiting, especially when Harbaugh was at Michigan for those years. Like it's just hard to out recruit those two programs in the Big Ten.
Now you got Oregon in the fold.
Exactly, but in the SEC, even though you still got Alabama, Georgia, LSU, you have a better chance of getting greater talent in the SEC. And at that point, it does become, can you out-coach or can you out-maneuver than the other coach on the other sideline? That's when it becomes.
And he would be able to get players to Florida for sure. He will be able to
go to Florida.
He would be able to. He would be.
Man, let him come to Florida. He get knocked out like any other goddamn coach that went to Florida. Fuck Urban, fuck Billy Napier, fuck Spurrier, fuck all them niggas. My bad, y'all. Sarkisian, you're not fooling me, son. You're not fooling me, son. You can say all you want. You can say my agent ain't looking. You're not fooling me, son. He about to be out of Texas. As soon as he's gonna be out of Texas, I feel it. He not about to do another year. He not about to do another year with Arch Manning. He not about to do another year with that.
So it's like right now, you got all these jobs open, like LSU, Florida, some other schools. I think
UCLA
because I think LSU's the best job recruiting wise because you can pretty much own the whole state. You have no competition in Louisiana at all, so you pretty much run the state of Louisiana. The only teams you really have to worry about coming in there is, of course, Bama and then like the Texas teams that come in there. But outside of that, you pretty much own the state of Louisiana. So whoever gets that LSU job is going to be in a good spot, and LSU is going to pony up the money because they paid Brian Kelly $50-something million to get up out of there.
I still can't believe they hired this man. But it is what it is.
Oh, another name to watch out for is Marcus Freeman out of Notre Dame.
I know, yeah.
Watch out for him. I don't know if he'll leave, but that's a guy that people are going to pursue heavy.
I'll take Vanderbilt coach too, Clark Lee. He's pretty good coach.
Clark Lee. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was thinking, I just could not remember his name, but I was like, he probably going to get looked at too because what he's doing at Vanderbilt.
I mean, I'm glad y'all picking some good names because it's definitely like some coaches, especially with this new NIL era. Like some of these coaches has really adapted to it, and you can see how even the coach at Indiana, how he's turned that program. Nobody thinks about Indiana football when it comes to that university. So
I got one sleeper. Y'all. I don't think it's gonna happen, but Detroit Lions defensive coordinator Calvin Shepard played for LSU in the 2010. So hey man, hey, give him a phone call, make him say no.
I about to say that offensive coordinator gotta be legit though.
Yeah, they do. But our defense would be good, man. He had them boys ready. What up?
I'm gonna throw a name. I don't think it's gonna happen. But I'm gonna throw a name out there. He coached at LSU before. Joe Brady.
Can keep it a
He
stack,
could
bro.
come back. He could
I
come
like
back.
Joe Brady, but he don't want to coach in college. he like the NFL.
Now he liked that coordinator role at Buffalo,
Yeah.
man. He liked
Say
that.
yes in
Yeah.
Buffalo. Respect
He
to you
liked
though. I appreciate you 2019, but say yes in Buffalo though. You know what I'm saying? I'm good on Joe Brady.
Yeah,
I'll
'cause
take
there's a
Calvin
lot of
Ridley
jobs
over Joe
open,
Brady.
so somebody got to fill these jobs. There's probably some coordinators out there that we probably don't know about that might
Yeah.
get looked at. Also,
I
watch out
was.
for
Mm-hmm.
I would say watch out for old dude at A&M, Mike Elko. Watch out for him as well.
I think he's gonna stay in A&M. He pretty much got everything he need there.
I
Yeah,
was.
Around, so I
it's a
think
good job, but it's also a tough job because Texas runs that state, whether A&M wants to admit it or not. That's always gonna be a Longhorn state.
Yeah, it is.
I will say this: he's not going. He probably not going to find any head coaching jobs, but maybe not this year, and it's only going because he's got one of the top DNs coming in. But I'm putting Coach Lockley on the hot seat because at some point in time, there needs to be some results with all these people you got coming into Maryland. And he has had some good offenses, but the defenses haven't lived up to anything other than you get individual players to the league, but as a unit, they still allow too many big plays to happen. So I can see as long as he can keep that recruit coming into Maryland, he might have one more year left. But if they decide to move into a different direction, that might be your offensive coordinator that a team that gets like a defensive minded head coach could look at to help with running that offense. Because he is a good coach when he does run that offense really well, and he has sent players to the league from that offense. So that's somebody to look at as well.
Yeah, man.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, we're taking a quick break in the episode to present an ad for Alpha Progression. If you're serious about building muscle and tired of the gimmicks, check out the Alpha Progression app. It's no BS, just science-backed training designed by real lifters and competitive bodybuilders. Alpha Progression has already been named the App of the Day by Apple twice, and it's the top-rated fitness app in Germany, now making waves worldwide. What sets this app apart? First, the intuitive workout logger. It's powerful enough for seasoned lifters, but simple enough for beginners to jump right in. Then there's the AI-powered plan generator. It customizes workouts from scratch based on your goals and equipment, with over 1,000 trillion input combinations. Quality-wise, this app has workout plans that measure up to the best personal trainers in the world. And it doesn't stop there. Their progression algorithm gives you exact weight and rep suggestions based on your performance, so you're always improving and never plateauing. And right now, we got a special deal for you guys. For you all as Assassin4 podcast listeners, get 20% off your first payment using this following link: alphaprogression.com/Savsin4. That's alphaprogression.com/Savsin4. SAVSIN4. Train smarter, grow stronger. Download the Alpha Progression app today.
I'm trying to think, is there anybody else out there?
So what's our boy at Oregon? He staying? He staying, Dave?
I think he's staying at Oregon.
Man, fuck it. Man, I don't give a fuck where that nigga go, man. It's still up. It's up wherever we go, man. But I mean, honestly, bro, yeah, he'll be a good candidate for any of these jobs, man. Like, even, but BT, would you take Dan Lanning at LSU?
I would, but yeah, I think he's gonna stay where he at. But y'all definitely take him.
He'll stay.
Yeah, he's a good coach.
But speaking of coaching, Dave, you still confident Deion can get 6 wins with this Colorado team, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hey, laugh it off. Laugh it off, bro.
let me just say this, man. Okay, so before the Utah game, we had 5 games left, right? So I was like, okay, it's pretty much a best of 5 as far as like getting 6 wins and getting to a bowl game, because that's really it. Like, you know, if you can get to 6-6, you can salvage the season. But y'all ready for this? Deion Sanders can't coach college football. He can't.
Damn.
He can't, dog.
Honestly, I didn't want to say it, but
He can't.
he's looking very funny in the light this year. Dion has to be a CEO, not a coach. Dion should be your head of recruiting, and then you actually have somebody who actually coaches.
Deion Sanders would be better.
Going.
He'd be better as an athletic director than a head
that's
football
what I was gonna
coach.
say that too.
He'd be better in that role because look, I say that because, and you know, if we like, it's not even really about the record. It's about how we look, you know, with the record. You know, like what we're consistently giving up 200, 300 rushing yards every single game. And I'm like, and you know, like penalties is still an issue, and just undisciplined like football is has been our biggest issue, and the reason why we haven't, you know, been able. It was a big reason why we couldn't get to the Big 12 championship game last year. It's a big reason why, you know, we got smacked by BYU in the Alamo Bowl. It's a big reason for all of our 5 losses this year. And like, you, dude, like, why the hell is it 43-0 at halftime, or like at the end of the third at halftime? Why is it like that? And it's the same issues. Like, I remember we got smacked by Washington State a couple years ago in the same fashion. Like, you know, like, it's like, yo, why can't we stop the run? Why are we so undisciplined? Why can't we manage the clock better? And even like, you know, even with, you know, some, like, you know, we don't have a lot of talent. We don't have as much talent as what you see like in teams in the SEC, the Big Ten, and everything. But there are some games in which, you know, like if we're up 14-0 on TCU to start the game, why is it that we only score 7 points after that and we allow 35 after that? Why is it that in the first quarter alone it's 19-0 and our quarterback doesn't even know his left from his right? Like, bruh, like,
these are great points.
And you have guys like Warren Sapp on the coaching staff, and I think and a former NFL coach as the offensive coordinator, and we're an undisciplined football team. Like, God, like, what's going on, dude? Like, the dude, I ain't trying to like disrespect Deion. I ain't trying to disrespect Coach.
No, we gotta keep him honest. I'm
not trying to disrespect because he's still a Hall of Famer. He still has a lot of credibility, but the man cannot coach at a high level. He cannot.
I mean, because this was my biggest fear with Deion coming into this season, because this is literally the first time he's not coaching his son.
Yep.
And then last year's team, you literally had 2 Heisman candidates on your team. You had Shedeur Sanders, and then you had, of course, the actual Heisman winner, Travis Hunter, who's playing both sides of the ball. So, yeah, you getting like 8 wins last year?
Yeah, 8 wins, yeah.
And that got you 8 wins. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if you put Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders on, let's say, the top 15 ranked teams from last year's rankings, you damn near might say any of those teams might be contenders for the championship, just adding those 2 players alone. Am I a little out of bounds on that? Am I kind of in there?
I tell you this: if you had put Shedeur and Travis on Penn State, exactly, that's exactly what I was going to say. If you put those 2 guys on Penn State, they would have beat Ohio State. They would have gotten probably to the national championship. You know, so yeah, I mean, it's just a matter, like, even they because like those 2 guys, along with like Jimmy Horn and LaJohntay Wester and some other guys that left the program, they really like kind of kept us afloat because of just the talent that we had. But now we don't have that talent, and you know, because we don't really have that talent. We still have, you know, some guys that like one of our offensive linemen, Jordan Seaton. He's gonna go pro. He's gonna go pro one like probably after, because he's a sophomore now, I think. So after next year, he's gonna go pro. He's legit. He's legit. But yeah, but a lot of these other guys, I don't know.
But that's my next question. Like, it's the finishing of this season dependent on how the recruiting and how Colorado's offseason is going to look, because we see how he kind of did handle the quarterback situation earlier this year. And then, it's hard to get people to Boulder, Colorado. Like, what is, I know you've been out there, Dave, so you know more than me, but what is out there to entice somebody from California, from Florida, from New York, from Oklahoma, from Texas to be like, come play for me at Boulder, when I know I can go to any other school, still make money, and have a better living situation. I don't gotta be in the cold or play 11 a.m. game, 11 a.m. kickoffs and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're comparing Colorado to like Florida, California, even playing at UNLV, like you gotta love nature if you want to come to Colorado. There's not that much. I mean, like I know like Denver is like 45 minutes away from Boulder, but I mean there's not much in Denver either. Like so, yeah. I mean you gotta have a big bag. If you're going to like get players to come to Colorado, you're going to have to spend some money, because the only reason that people will come play is maybe they're not going to solely come play because Deion's there. Like that's dead. That's not happening. You got to have a big bag. You got to open up that checking account to bring some players there.
Yeah, I knew it was kind of trouble when they had such high turnover and all those transfers. I'm like, what's going on inside this program?
Yeah.
That was kind of the first red flag.
And the thing is, Deion is encouraging it. Like, look, you guys from the transfer portal, man, some of you guys that we haven't really seen play much yet, we're gonna give y'all some spotlight in practice, because we know that all of you are not gonna be here next year. So let's see what you got. Get some highlight tape. He's encouraged. He already know that like he's gonna have high turnover again, and he's gonna continue.
You can't say that out loud as the coach, because that just creates a revolving door of BS.
But to his defense, though, like every college team be having mad turnover, man. Like you're not gonna have like the same.
You can have it, but you can't
have turnover,
endorse it.
But you don't sit there and openly.
You don't endorse it.
No, you don't.
It's a lack of control. It just gives off lack of control. Like the term is lack of institutional control. That's basically what that is. Like, okay, the inmates are running the asylum here.
Oh shit, Yana just caught a body. My bad.
Yeah, bro. Like, you can't say that out loud. Like, that's just. You think Nick Saban will do something like that? Hell no. Or some of these other coaches will do that out loud? Hell no.
Nah, Nick Saban definitely.
Nick Saban, bro. How much you gonna cost it Saban off of ESPN, bro?
Hey, it don't matter. Bring the gold back.
Make you mad, BT. I know coach who will go to LSU.
Chill out, son. Chill out, son.
Oh shit! Don't say that, bro.
Chill out, son.
Don't say it.
Jimbo's available, bro.
Get out of here.
Jimbo is crazy.
Boy. He can go back to Florida State.
Hell no, bro. Hell no.
Niggas not want a Jimbo is crazy. That man's a college coach. He's a champion. Golly, perfect season. Damn.
Nah,
he's a scumbag though, low key.
He is. He ain't Urban Meyer scumbag, but he's scum.
Urban Meyer, that's crazy scumbag.
Nah, bro. The way he lost control of the program, bro, was crazy, bro. Like he lost control, bro. Look at it. Malik Henry, DeAndre Johnson, all last chance you, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's why I do. Yeah.
I don't fault him for Malik Henry. That boy a head case. That wasn't his fault. That wasn't Jimbo's fault, bro.
Nah, it wasn't. But at that point, the program was already out of control, bro. We had a lot of arrests, a lot of shit going on, bro. That was going on, bro. We really were the criminals towards the end of Jimbo's run, bro.
Florida State criminals. God damn it, man.
Hey man, I see it, bro.
Yeah, man. Every Florida program goes through the criminal era, man. We all seen it, though. Florida had theirs, Florida State had theirs, we had theirs, had ours. So, look, man, it's inevitable, bro. If you winning, you on some criminal activity out there in Florida, dog. It is what it is, man. Hate to say it, but it is what it is. But I mean, I'm hoping Deion can turn it around, man. But
I hope so.
I agree, but also because that man's in and out of the hospital too. So I
Yeah.
think for health reasons, I don't know how long he even got to even be coaching at this level. For real, for real.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I honestly not really interested in like what our rest of our schedule looks like. I know we play like Kansas State, I think at one point. Uh, it's whatever, honestly. Yeah, because that game against Utah, I was like, I turn it on. I'm like, we already down 19-zip, and the game just started. Like what? And I'm like, this dude, Caden Salter, bro. Why can't we just make the quarterback change already, bro? Just make the change,
To
bro.
Julian
Like
Lewis,
this is, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Let's
it can't get no
ahead.
worse. But Julian
It
supposed
can't
to
get
be a
nowhere.
senior in high school right now, bro. He ain't ready for college football yet because he reclassified.
I mean, Salter ain't ready for a damn thing either, but we still playing him.
Yeah,
You know,
that's why like coming from these small schools when you do work and going up to a different level of competition is different, man. Because he was doing work at Liberty.
he was,
He was doing work at Liberty,
man.
bro. So
Hmm.
But I don't know, man. I think it's probably him. I think it's the offensive coordinator, Pat Shermer, been on some bullshit too. Warren Sapp been on some bullshit. I think Marshall Falk was at one point on the staff as a running back coach. I don't know if he's still on the staff, but it's just a dumpster fire right now.
hey, yo, speaking of coaching though, I gotta give somebody some props, man. Shout out to that going Deshaun Jackson, bro, at Delaware State.
Yeah,
Yes.
five and three,
Yes.
5-3.
And that
Yes.
nigga, and he went to
Yeah,
Yeah.
CU and beat the niggas in their homecoming. Thank you, my boy. Thank you for doing that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
appreciate that. We're on their homecoming.
yeah,
Thank you. But shout out to
yeah,
yeah, he doing his thing at Delaware
Now,
State.
now, Dell State really doing his thing out there, man.
Yeah.
For real.
yeah.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him, man.
He doing his thing for real. They ain't win no games last year, I don't think.
Nah, not
5-3.
like he really took a program that was in the dumps. Like that's my mom's. For those that don't know, that's my mom's alma mater, and like nobody keep up with that football program. And then we heard about the Deshaun Jackson hire. I was like, all right, we gonna see how this goes. Cause we all know about like Deshaun Jackson and the media and the Josh has as a player, but he really holding these players accountable over there in Delaware. So, and I've been around those parts a lot. So, ain't just like Colorado, ain't nothing much to be pleased at around there. You got like a little casino, and it's like one little spot and a Waffle House. That's all you got at Dell State. that's all you got, man.
Shout out to
They
the Waffle.
probably going to like Eastern Shore and all that to go party and everything like that. But yeah, man, he really got that. He really got them rocking this year. So shout out to him, man.
Yeah. Real quick, not a great slate of games this week, but you got Vanderbilt in Texas. That's pretty much an elimination game. And
Mhm.
then
Oklahoma,
Tennessee, Oklahoma, again, another elimination game in the SEC. SEC is brutal. It's really not a great slate of games, but there's some games to look out for. Dre, I'm not putting on upset alert, but just Miami's 12.5-point favorites at SMU. SMU's been a solid team to join the ACC. That's not. I think Miami wins the game, but I think it's going to be a tougher game than what people realize.
Yeah, I think
How you feel
one
about it?
I think SMU gonna cover the spread, but two, and I didn't realize this until somebody pointed out. This is literally the first time Miami is leaving the state of Florida. So this is like their true road game that they go into when they play in SMU on the road. So they didn't start the last two games well at all. But second half of the Stanford game looked like the Miami team that beat Notre Dame, beat South Florida, beat Florida State, beat Florida. So again, it's just one of those games. Establish the run game, control the line of scrimmage in the trenches, but we do need better quarterback play out of Beck because he's been looking kind of sus the last 2 weeks. So get the ball in your play, get the ball in your playmakers' hands, and just see what you can do. Balls, by the way. Yeah, I caught that. Yeah, I caught that, BT. I know you was waiting. You're not gonna get me, son. You're not gonna get me, son.
Hey, bro, I'll give you some time to clean it up a little bit.
But yeah. But SMU, like the Louisville game, was definitely one of those games on the schedule. I was like, we better not like coming in bullshitting against this team. So, but I think we should pull that game out. Early game, 12. So we should go out there and get the dub.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's it for college football. Unless y'all got some quick NFL topics you don't want to hit. I know we got Chiefs and Bills. Man, FBI needs to invest in Andy Dalton, bro. That was an abomination.
He's sold.
I don't ever want to see that dude play another snap for the Carolina Panthers ever again. I don't ever want it.
And Bryce can't go. Just get a ball to Hendon Hooker, bro.
Yeah,
and that was my problem. Like it got so bad. I was like, you might as well see what you got out of Hendon Hooker, dog. Like that's my thing.
Call New York and get Jameis.
Because I mean, like, bro, like the most egregious. It probably wasn't the most egregious thing, but really thing that made me turn off. No, I mean the whole performance was, but one particular like possession. We're going down. We're already down 19-3, and we make it downfield close to the red zone. We have time to at least try to get a touchdown. Yep. But and Andy Dalton's been in the league for like what 14 years, 15 years or something like that. Yeah, and like
we have no timeout.
And he's making like all these rookie mistakes. Like, why are you holding on to the ball? Yeah. Why are you holding on to the ball? Throw that bitch away.
He was selling.
You have no timeouts, and you're gonna take a sack in that situation. Like, come on,
dude. It won't even like that. Hey, that pressure won't even that crazy, bro. Like, throw it away.
And some of y'all got access to federal databases, man. Cross-reference him to the mafia, bro. I'm trying to see something, man.
No, just put Jameis in my locker room. Jameis and
Corey, I promise you. I think the asking price for Jameis is higher than a third string quarterback is supposed to be, because ain't no way Jameis ain't getting picked up by a lot of these teams right now. I promise you.
Picked up by Cincinnati for real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, maybe New York's thinking, he's keeping the locker room together. He's fun to be around, but nah, son, that asking price got to be OC for him to still be there, because we all know they've been trying to move away from Russ as early as possible with the whole Jackson Dart situation. But Russell is still the number 2 quarterback on a team that a QB that the coach clearly does not like this dude. The city does not like this dude.
Yeah, when I saw Russ go to the Giants, I was like, this is gonna be a disaster, bro.
Oh yeah, I think we all knew that. We saw James go to the Giants. We was like, oh, that shit might work.
And the New York media is unforgiving.
Like that prima donna diva behavior, bro. They don't go for that, bro. They like somebody who gets it out the mud, bro. And they just don't go for that prima donna whatever crap that Russ be pulling sometimes, bro. It just doesn't work, bro. Not in New York, definitely. Like they like grit and grimy and shit. And that just isn't who Russ is. So I knew that was gonna work.
Or they like swagger, like darts with Russ does not have that.
Yeah.
And now you're washed. So
time to be a family man.
You got your ring, you got your contract.
He made his money.
Yeah, just go home, sit down with the kid. You getting Sierra pregnant anyway. Go home.
We got smacked last night, but it was good to see Scary Terry doing Scary Terry things last night. I was getting tired of people like, hey man, this fan base so fickle, man. I'm about to drop out some of these groups, bro, because some of the things I've been seeing, it's just like, as fun as the season was last year, I really knew this was going to happen. If we came in this joint struggling, the expectation that some of these Bamas had was just out of this world, and people just, people these days, they just can't go through the struggle like they used to anymore. They want to be on winners 24/7. That's just not me, man. It's like I could be mad at you, but my squad's my squad, man. It is what it is. But shout out to Scary Terry, man. You had some great catches yesterday, man, proving why you're worth on the team. And then man was getting mad at Jay and Daniels and shit like that. I'm like,
getting mad because he hurt.
No, because he smiled on the sideline. I was like, that's the nigga personality, bro. He's still a ball. Yeah, and then people say he's always hurt. I'm like, he literally only missed 3 games in his career. Has he been knocked out of some? Yeah, but honestly, if we didn't think, and it's no offense to you, but we really think that we really need him to come back in for the Carolina game, he would have came back in. because obviously he had broken ribs and he was continuing playing the rest of the season with broken ribs. He only missed that. He only missed that half last year, and then this year he missed 3 games. But guess who missed more games than him already? JJ McCarthy.
Yep.
Guess who missed? Guess which fan base was talking? But their QB missed the game this season. Atlanta, over there losing to the Dolphins the way they did. Injuries is a part of the game. It happens. We just saw ugly injury to Cam Scatterboo against Philly. That joint was nasty. Look, man, that looked like a routine cat. It wasn't like somebody was like holding him up or somebody was tackling at his ankles. And routine play, it just got twisted wrong. When you're playing a game of football, shit like that's going to happen. It is what it is. But because if you think about it, so he played, I think he played like 3 or 4 games, something like that. He has 7 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 1 fumble. But guess who played all their games and only has 9 touchdowns and 4 interceptions? I can give you a hint. He's the number one pick of his draft.
Oh, Caleb.
Outside that Dallas game, what has Caleb Williams really done?
Nothing.
I'm not trying to knock him, but I was like, if y'all want to really like go into these stats, let's really go into these stats.
Hey man, you know what I've been saying about Caleb for the past 2 years now, so I'm just gonna shut up.
Because Jaden Daniels put 2 touchdowns on the Dallas Cowboys defense before he got hurt, so I could honestly say he's probably going to put up at least 2 or 3 more if he didn't get hurt in that game. So if we want to nitpick and go into that discussion, we can go there, but I don't think people are ready to have that truth yet. And again,
praising Caleb off the Dallas game.
Yeah,
Like everybody
It's
put
the
up
Cowboys,
numbers
man.
against Dallas, bro. Both Nix put up numbers against fucking Cowboys.
If we're gonna keep it real, JD5, he's separating himself from the pack of those younger quarterbacks. And we have this conversation a lot. And this is coming from someone, we have Bryce Young as our quarterback. We've seen Caleb Williams play, we've seen JD5 play, even CJ. We've seen all of these younger players play. JD5 is just different. We gotta look at it and we gotta understand it. Like, Atlanta can't sit here and bring Michael Penix into this conversation. Like, honestly, he has no room to even be in that conversation. JJ McCartney is nowhere near that conversation. So Vikings fans can't talk.
like the top 3 QBs I've been impressed with from last year's draft is, of course, Jaden, Bo Nix, and Drake May. But what Bo and Drake have that Jaden, they have better complete teams.
Yeah,
like that.
Denver has one of the best defenses in the league. Like,
it's
just facts, bro.
So with Bo Nix, it's really like, hey, just don't go out there having crazy turnovers. Like, we got a run game, we got a good defense. Like, if we get a lead, like, we can tee off with the pressure on and try to get these sacks up. Same thing with Drake May. Drake May has actually, I seen improvement from last year to this year. But last year the Patriots, last year's team, they didn't really. Well, you see that all that expensive spending they did to get all these free agents, it's panning out for them. And let's just be real, Stephon Diggs just is a quarterback friend. Like he will take you to another level, regardless of where he at in his career. He's going to put the battery in that QB's back and take him to the next step. But so I'm not knocking what those 2 quarterbacks doing at all. But like, I feel like if Jaden just comes back healthy and he's able to stay and play and get consistency and rhythm, because now his 2 best targets are back in Scary Terry and Deebo Samuels. And I seen the improvement out of Luke McCaffrey. I see the improvement out of Lane. So there's opportunity there. It's just we really haven't had our full offense since the guys game 1. So I really just need him to be healthy and just have consistency. But yeah, man. Other than the Chiefs and the Bills, what other game? I mean, I know we got a big game against Seattle Sunday Night Football. I'll be in the building for that. I'm gonna take my look.
Colts and Steelers.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did the Steelers come back after that heartbreak defeat to the Green Bay Packers? I'll tell you what, Jonathan Taylor is coming, and that boy is on a different type of tear right now.
I don't know. Yeah, the Colts are just on a ultralight beam right now, man. Like, and honestly, bro, like they probably should be undefeated. If it wasn't for
If
I
it
think
wasn't for that
who was
one
that?
wide receiver,
Yeah,
for
that
that
dropped the
one wide
ball before the
receiver,
end zone.
yes,
Yeah, yeah. If it wasn't for that, they probably win that game against the Rams. Like,
People have a lot to say about I don't know her. I can't remember her full name on top of my head, but Jim Irsay's daughter be on the sidelines taking notes. But she pretty much said
Nah,
that she wants to know the whole operation, how everything
yeah,
is supposed to go,
yeah,
and how things are being coached, so she can have her foot on. So if there's mistakes being made, she can hold people accountable. I actually
yeah.
I
commend
like.
it.
Now she sounds like she knows what the hell she's talking about. So I mean, look, man, it's the year 2025, man. Honestly, I just want the best IQ in the room. I need the best people making decisions in the room. We can have our gender wars on those other podcasts on a later date, man. But if you know the sport and you can have input and know what you're doing, I'm all for it. So like, give her credit because they knew early that they was just going to go with Daniel Jones instead of Anthony Richardson, and you can tell the difference. Daniel Jones, he's doing well. He's not doing anything very spectacular, but it's like I
Got
said,
you,
it's
though.
but it's like I said, this is exactly what he was doing when the Giants made the playoffs. You have a great run game. You have a defense that's going to make sure you're not giving up leads, and then you got explosive playmakers at the wide receiver position. All you gotta do is make sure you're not turning the ball over,
Yep.
and that's what the
yep,
Colts are doing.
yep.
But we really going to see
I
what they
think
really made
Steelers.
of because they do got the Steelers game, and then they do have to play the Chiefs in a couple of weeks after that too. So we're really going to see what the Colts are really hitting on in these next few games.
Yeah, the Steelers defense is just old.
They're
Like
not the
Aaron Rodgers is
same.
not even playing that bad. Like Aaron Rodgers actually been better than what I think people expected. To be honest
Yeah.
with you,
Hmm.
Nah, yeah, he has been
but their
playing well.
defense is just old.
Yeah,
And they getting hurt now because we saw Sean Elliott. I don't know how long he might be gone, but that didn't look like a good injury. People forget Jalen Ramsey been in the league for a minute now, and he can only do so much by himself. TJ Watt getting up there. The other dude on the line getting up there.
Yeah, this might not be a matchup on paper that looks interesting, but Stroud looked better last week, and they are playing Denver at home. Why?
No, honestly, that
I just
might
have
be
a
a good
feeling
game.
Houston has a
That
chance.
might
But
be.
Houston they play good defense too, so it's going to be a low scoring drag out game. But Stroud can pick up where he left
Start.
off last week, and they block better for him. Then they have a chance.
Hmm. That's the thing. If Denver gets an early lead, it's going to be trouble for Houston because once they get about 10, 14 point lead on you,
They
they
running
they
it up.
teeing off with the blitzes. They teeing off.
They
Yeah, that
running.
Houston line is atrocious, bro. I feel that Houston line is awful, man. I don't know where they went wrong with the O line, but it's holding that team back.
They keep getting rid of their linemen and not replacing them with like at least the same or higher quality. Like if you're
Yeah.
going to get rid of Laramie Tunsil, you better have like a good replacement right there and not just some patchwork. I'm sorry.
How to rule a young QB 101.
Yep. Any other interesting matchups?
Not really. I
I know
mean,
Phillies are.
Carolina and Green Bay, I just don't know if our offensive line can hold up against that pass rush, to be honest with you. I mean, if it's Andy Dalton, we're getting blown out.
Yeah.
yeah.
If Bryce goes, it might be a little bit competitive, but honestly, Green Bay's on a heater right now. They're playing really well. They're actually the
Hmm.
top seed in the NFC right now. And, you know, if they get a lead early, like you said, like Denver, if Green Bay gets a lead early, good luck.
Yeah.
Rashawn Gary, Micah Parsons, good luck. When you don't have to
Yeah.
rush, send extra guys to generate a pass rush, it makes the pass coverage even better on the back end. So,
We
Green
just
Bay,
wait for
they're set up pretty well.
Hmm.
we just waiting for them two
As long
games
as
now.
Jordan Love's under control, Green Bay can go very far. Hell, Green Bay could actually get to the Super Bowl if Jordan Love doesn't have one of his games where he's just off the cuffs. If he can stay under control and play within the offense, like our boy Trav said, like Aaron Rodgers used to, do whatever. If Jordan Love can just stay within that offense, Green Bay can not only win the North but go very far, in my opinion.
Yeah, true.
Remember, I told y'all that was my pick for this year. Well, not like I didn't say that they was gonna go to the Super Bowl or anything. I said that they was gonna win the NFC North. Like I knew what they were gonna be capable of. I saw like Jordan Love was making a lot of incredible plays like in the playoffs. So if they're building off that, they're gonna do a lot. Like I'm kind of leaning to them coming out of the NFC because the Eagles are just so inconsistent. We can say that they might have found their groove again, but
I gotta see how Saquon's gonna look like the rest of the season. He's dealing with a hamstring injury now, so
exactly.
Like honestly, the whole NFC, I can't wait to see this NFC East Hard Knocks thing because there's so many people on I are gonna be injured when that shit comes out, bro. Like it's only so sad. Everybody got injuries in our division.
Green Bay Rams looking good. Detroit will be at the end. The AFC playoffs gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah, I think Tampa Bay. I think you said Green Bay at the top. Is like Bucks
they're at the top because that
Tampa Bay lost last week.
No, they won.
They won. I think they
beat the Saints.
They 6-2, I think. Yeah, or 5-3.
No, I'm not talking about this past Sunday. I'm talking about last week.
Oh, the week before.
Yeah. Monday Night Football.
Oh yeah, they lost to the Lions.
Tampa is actually Tampa's the 3 seed because the Eagles beat them. So right now it's Green Bay, Philly, Tampa. Seattle's actually in first place in the West for now, but that can change in the week because the Rams have the same record. The 49ers are in the mix. Detroit's in the mix. So
okay, bet.
If we had just beat Arizona, we'd be right in the mix our damn selves. But that Arizona game's gonna haunt us. I think
we dropped some games too, so I feel you.
There's only 2 games that we actually lost and then beat ourselves.
Yeah, to them bitch ass Patriots and these hoe ass niggas in Buffalo.
They smacked us, man. I can't even say nothing about that one.
Yeah, I can't even talk shit about them.
Oh, I'm not talking shit about them. I just don't like them niggas. Period. But the game, they beat our ass in the game. I give them the trust. Yeah, they whooped.
I don't have the same disdain for the Patriots no more. I think it's because Brady's not there. I understand. I know. I understand. But I understand where you're coming from, though. I understand.
But I don't got the same for them. Like,
it's really just.
Hey, Kev, stop being scary and put that $20 up like you used to, man.
And Kev ain't want to bet me until now. I'm like, now you want to bet me, nigga? No, we ain't betting. Now you should have bet me when I asked you earlier before the season started.
That's scary money. Scary money don't make no money, BT.
Yeah. No, like, bro, this
he didn't want to invest, man. He didn't want to.
It's crazy because I picked it. I was like, I want to be sure that Patriots surprise people this year. I really thought they was going to be a solid football team.
You said that.
I really thought it was going to be a solid football team. I didn't think they was going to have Buffalo's really got to play football now since they beat them. They got the tiebreaker for right now. So
Buffalo old.
They lost. They might lose. I think they might lose Ed Oliver for at least a great chunk of this season, and not for the rest of this season with that torn bicep. So, I mean, he got Haley Stanfield. So Josh Allen, all right, man. He be all right, man.
You gotta watch out for Twin. Twin might come knocking at the door.
Hey, chill out.
Oh man.
Michael B. Jordan was definitely giving work husband energy, bro. I was like, boy. And then you go see the movie, you like, oh my God.
My boy was on his Pedro Pascal, boy.
Oh, because Corey getting out of pocket now, bro. We got it.
Y'all know how Pedro get down.
Man, that hand gonna be in the same place in every photo.
Yes, sir.
That hand gonna be in the same place in every photo. Shoot, man. So we got some interesting games, but as we all know, the NFL season in a couple of weeks, especially once we get closer to Thanksgiving, is really going to start being money time for a lot of these teams. So we're going to see. Well, first, let's see what the Ravens do this Thursday, and see if they win that game. See if they can make a little run because Bengals, they're inconsistent still. Steelers. I think they're gonna still have a winning record. We ain't gotta worry about the Browns. Miles Garrett, we don't feel sorry for you, dog. You got the paycheck. If you're gonna cry about try to get another trade going, but don't talk about you knew what you signed up for. You literally said last year that this team ain't about winning. And then just to say the same thing once you get a bigger bag, we're not going to shed tears for you, dog. We're not going to be like, oh man, damn, Miles. You went into a meeting. They was like, here's your check. You was like, I mean, shit. What's up with it? Hey, Miles. So 2 firsts. I mean, we could do a little something like that, man. Yeah, we could do a little something. Yeah, what's good with Judy? Don't waste that nigga's time over there either.
Well, they wasting his time, but
Right.
but when we end the show, I got a few things I want to say about.
Go ahead, Dave. Cause we coming up on time. Just go ahead, Dave.
No, I'll first say, I know we're giving our final thoughts, but just make sure you subscribe to the pod. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, especially if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure that you continue to keep up with us. However you're watching and listening on any of the podcast streaming platforms. Follow us on Instagram, X, Facebook, and all that good stuff. Sports Equinox was cool yesterday. Had like 5 different major sports going on. Had Monday Night Football. Had the World Series Game 3, which was basically game 3
and 4.
Game 3 times 2. Like I fell asleep in the 12th inning. That joint went 18 innings, which was crazy. MLS playoffs. I was actually watching Charlotte FC. They got a playoff game. I think they were down 1 goal when I was watching. I don't know if they came back or not, but yeah, that was cool. Shit, and then obviously hoops and hockey was going on too. So yeah, everything that was all good, man. All this is a great time because we got all these sports coming up, and now we got college basketball coming. Both men and women about to start next week. So yeah, looking forward to that. But when you guys we're talking about out of pocket and talk Myles Garrett, and this is actually good timing because they're the Browns are on the bye week and their coaches his seat is getting a little hot. It's getting a little hot, and I just seen a lot of just mismanagement going on. So I think it's time that we have another diss record. I just want to spare. Hey, don't look like that, Corey. I just want to spare you guys. I just want to have at least a few minutes with everyone's time to have this record because you already know, dog. I flow, dog, and I just want to say, we do not own the rights to this music. We don't own the rights to this music. You hear that, YouTube? We do not own the rights to this music. It's on the screen. We do not own the rights to this music. I'll say it one more time. We do not own the rights to this music. Please let me cook if you can. Please let me cook if you can. All right, let's play the music.
Oh, damn.
Good choice.
Yeah, yo, T got something.
Oh man. Oh shit. Hey, let's go. Yeah. Michael Goodell said y'all must be sick. Cleveland Browns, man, y'all still ain't rich. Hey, Myles Garrett just the ice his shit. Hey, Jimmy Haslam, Andrew Berry. Hey, Seven Spence, you a bitch. Come to the punch. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Hey. You run for the spirit of reconstruction. Who grabs the door? That's the question. Too much acne on your complexion. Your blessings. Too much acne on your complexion. 230 mil blocking your blessings. You wanted a grown-up at quarterback. You got a 6'9" guy you got to trade back. Dylan Gabriel belongs in a cubicle. 50 making it down for physical. Now who's accountable for Watson? You dropped the ball, Deshaun Johnson. Johnson Hood, what's that head of mine? I shoot better than white boys than Columbine. Dylan said it's competitors. You You beyond IR, he's a predator. You embrace the spirit of interception. Yourself so far in your lesson. You confuse the massage with a message. You mix up the parlor with a parlay. Your franchise steady and regressing. Bars of cinema like Michael Bay. All right, that's enough. That's enough. I'm sorry. I could not keep my composure there. It was supposed to flow a lot better than that. I could not keep my composure during that shit.
There you go.
But basically, bro, like I'm just so I've been seeing what's going on with Cleveland, bro. I've been seeing what's going on.
Did you say the man's on IR as a predator?
Oh my god. Oh man. I was trying to get that I shoot better than white boys at Columbine when the beat stopped. I was trying to get it right there, but it didn't go the way I wanted to.
I ain't even get to that line.
I'm trying to get to that. Try to get that part, but man, look. First of all, Kevin Stefanski,
Who the fuck let me get the book?
You're a bitch ass coach, man. Let me just say that.
Damn.
You're a bitch ass coach, bro. Hey, how is it? How you when someone asks you, hey, like, you have any plans? Like, did you think of like maybe putting in Shador or whatever? And it's not because like I'm trying to be like a Shador homer or anything, or like that's my boy and anything. But how you gonna say, hey, like that's not my focus right now? That's not my focus right now. Hey, look, bro, like your star player is on the podium, like pounding the podium, frustrated, bro. He got 5 sacks in a loss. 5 sacks in a loss, bro. And the structure of your roster is not focused right now. Dylan Gabriel, like throwing 2 interceptions downfield, is not focused right now, which I told people, by the way. Dylan Gabriel is a check down Charlie-ass quarterback, bro. He's a check down Charlie-ass quarterback, bro. Yeah, he has a high completion percentage. You know why? Because he's checking down all the fucking time. He's checking down all the time, bro. And when he throws the ball downfield, you know what happens. It's incomplete, it's intercepted, or it's just a bad throw. He cannot throw down the field. I saw this all throughout his 6 years of college. At USF, at Oklahoma, and at Oregon. At Oregon, bro. I saw it at Oregon. Because that system was made for him to check down all the time. And like his longest completion in college was 66. But you may think like that was because like it was a bomb. Like, no, because of yards after catch. That's why he's like he benefits off of his receivers getting yards after catch. Dylan Gabriel cannot throw the football deep, bro. When's the last time you saw Dylan Gabriel throw past like a 30-yard pass, or like actually throw the ball down the field and like at a consistent rate? He can't do it. He can't do it. So Kevin Stefanski just come out and say, hey man, like I don't like Shador. I don't want to play him at all. And like, because we all know what's up. You don't want to play him. You don't want to. And okay, you can keep riding with Dylan Gabriel this whole time. Like, I understand Dylan Gabriel only got 4 starts, so keep riding with Dylan Gabriel and see where that gets you. Because you're either just saying, like, look, I'd rather just play Dylan Gabriel and just get fired from Cleveland before I put Shador in. That's basically what you're saying. That's basically what's going on. But I just wanted to get that shit off.
And there it goes. Cleveland.
Yeah. Yep.
And there you go, folks. Another installment of Day in the Booth.
Hey, team. I just looked at the chat. Oh, man. That could have went a lot cleaner. I was expecting it a lot cleaner, but I fucked up. I fucked up in the basement.
It's all good, bro. Hey, man. We human. We ain't AI, and we ain't talking about the basketball player. We ain't gonna get it right all the time, but we gonna land. We gonna land. That man said, "Don't let the 230 mil block your blessings." I was like, "Oh God, everybody getting shots." Oh shit.
Oh man. They wanted a grown up at quarterback. You got a 6'9" guy. You got to trade back. Dylan Gabriel belongs in a cubicle. You gas for air now. It's beautiful.
Glad Jameis not there. Take Jameis bars.
Well, on that note, anybody else have any final thoughts, man?
Can't top that.
I got nothing, bro. Well, actually, I do. Since this game's all right now, I'll just say fuck the Knicks.
Oh, fuck Glenn Rivers in.
Well, there you go.
There you go. There you have it.
Who agenda is stronger, Corey's or T's? We will find out in 7 minutes and 12 seconds.
This game don't even matter. You know when the fuck Clear Rivers come out? That playoff game when he's up 3-1.
Down 3-1.
Nah, this would be the saddest ending to Giannis' career in Milwaukee. They're up 3-1 in a playoff series, and they choked that shit away.
Honestly, I pray that don't happen. To be honest, I pray that it doesn't.
I really hope not. I really hope that doesn't happen. I wouldn't even blame Giannis for going to the Warriors if that happened. What's the score?
Down. It's
12-3. That was a little bit faster than mine. But yeah. Well, shoot. Okay, y'all. As you can see, we barely getting into this game now. So, as always, we appreciate y'all rocking with the crew. As they say, we on all the platforms: YouTube, X, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. We know. Oh damn. Oh shit.
We appreciate all the comments too, man. We appreciate all the engagement.
Yeah, except for that one Eagles fan. I don't know who you are, but fuck you and your team, man.
especially with the boxing content that we put out, we appreciate y'all engaging with that.
Yeah.
No.
Shout out to BT. Shout out to T with the boxing notes, man. But with that, man, hey, look, as always, we got our boy D, Dr. Esquire Day. We got my boy C Note. We got Charlotte's very young. I mean, not very young, but shit, you are the plug in Charlotte, man. You definitely.
He had a shooter. He had a shooter.
No cap, yo.
I'm just saying to you, you can't say all the things are pointing to you being Ghost for real, the Ghost of Charlotte, bro. I'm just saying, dog. You got your Tommy. You behind the scenes. You got a. You're just a Latino away.
That ain't hard to find. Hey, I can import them from whichever country you need. Colombia, Brazil, DR.
So chill, T.
Oh man.
Nah, keep that going.
But of course, we can't forget 910's finest, our boy BT, man.
Appreciate it.
We Assassin 4. We appreciate y'all. Tune in next time.